Couple who adopts micro pig quickly learns there's way more to the story. Whether you're raising chickens in your suburban backyard or have a sugar glider eating kiwis in your bedroom, it's complicated to care for the less common household pets. You can't just call up a friend for tips like the dog and cat owners of the world. One animal-loving Canadian couple thought they had a wealth of knowledge on weird pets, as they opened a slew of furry friends. But when they took in a sweet micro-pig, they soon realized that they were in over their heads. They weren't prepared for this squealing surprise. Steve Jenkins and his husband, Derek Walter, enjoyed a wholesome life in Ontario, Canada. They both worked from home. Steve, a real estate agent with an appreciation for bagpipes, and Derek, a professional magician. To make their ranch-style house a home, they kept several animals. The two filled their 3-bedroom home with 3 cats, 2 dogs, 2 turtles, and even hosted a little koi pond in their quaint backyard. See, both Steve and Derek had a history of loving animals all their lives. Derek, the magician, grew up with cats, dogs, and a bunny. He said that it seemed like a magic show wasn't complete without a rabbit. And Steve, too, had a childhood cluttered with furry friends, and even once dreamed of becoming a veterinarian. Back in the day, Derek booked a magic gig at Montana's Cookhouse restaurant, where Steve was an overworked waiter. The stars aligned that night, and they instantly bonded over their adoration of the animal kingdom. And while lazily surfing Facebook one day, Steve stumbled upon an acquaintance's status that boasted an animal adoption opportunity. Steve immediately perked up. She was offering a 5-pound micro-pig that she couldn't care for, considering she had recently given birth to twins. "Yes, of course I'm interested. I love animals," Steve automatically exclaimed. He imagined that the little porker would behave like a third, much pinker dog. Her status detailed that the miniature hog would grow to be no bigger than 70 pounds. Though Steve was excited, he knew the adoption would be a risky endeavor. Owning a micro-pig was illegal in their tiny community of Georgetown. Although he didn't have time to discuss it with Derek, he would have to pick up the pig that very day if he was serious. Steve made the impulsive decision to take the pig in before consulting with his spouse. Steve's acquaintance hand-delivered the tiny piglet in a laundry basket, swaddled in a blanket. It was literally a pig in a blanket. The baby was just 12 inches long and seemed a bit malnourished, but that didn't stifle the micro-pig's energetic personality. And when Steve nervously unveiled the fuzzy piglet to his husband, he was less than pleased. After getting to know the innocent swine, Derek couldn't help but love her. Anybody that has a bleeding heart loves baby animals. You can't help but fall in love, Steve said. Together, the couple declared her Esther. Esther soon became comfortable, playing with the cats and dogs and even using a litter box, if you can believe it. But the couple became quickly aware of how much Esther ate. She gobbled nearly a pound of food a day. The couple fed her standard pig food, along with cucumbers and tomatoes, but they'd sometimes give her people food when they ran low on Esther's regular food. They were overwhelmed and confused. They noticed that Esther's tail was clipped, along with scars that hinted that she was spayed. It was all too peculiar. Esther didn't seem like the same kind of micro-pig Miley Cyrus flaunted on Instagram. Was it possible that Esther was a commercial pig? Steve and Derek speculated further when Esther grew to be a whopping 60 pounds in the first few months of her life. It was time to take a trip to the vet. The vet relayed and said that a breeder wouldn't have cut a pig's tail. "He told me, 'I'm pretty sure you're dealing with a commercial pig here,'" Steve explained. They had their fingers crossed though, simply hoping Esther was a rare, large micro-pig. The oinker grew fast, eventually weighing an astonishing 250 pounds. By that point, the couple had already fallen in love with Esther and all of her quirks. There was nothing micro about her. Out of respect for their beloved pet pig, Steve and Derek even stopped eating bacon. The couple loved playing with their brand new family member, who would chase a ball around with surprisingly wild energy. She'd get everything out of that ball, whereas the dogs would get bored of it, he detailed. Steve and Derek even caught on to how clever Esther was. They weren't wrong. According to PBS, pigs are smarter than any other domestic animal. Esther made us think. They're not really that different at all. They're only different because we see them differently, Steve explained. The couple looked at commercial farm animals in a whole new light. They aren't just meat to be slaughtered, they're intelligent and emotional beings. And as much as they adored their own Porky Pig, she was outgrowing their small ranch-turned-farmhouse. Esther was growing faster than expected, which forced Steve and Derek to check out local animal sanctuaries, praying that one would take in Esther. Nothing panned out, and there was no way that they were going to send Esther to a commercial farm only for her to be cooked into pork chop skillet dinner. Despite the fact that she weighed in at 420 pounds at just 18 months old, the couple resorted to keeping Esther. In December 2013, the couple made Esther a Facebook page where she soon became an internet sensation. After garnering 250,000 loyal followers, it hit Steve and Derek that they were essentially broadcasting their illegal pet ownership. "We're not flaunting the fact that we're breaking the law. She was 450 pounds and we splashed her all over social media," Steve said. Not only did they own a banned animal, but the sweet hog needed more room. The couple had a new plan. They set out to be homey, rustic farm owners so that they could grant Esther with more space, care for her in a legal fashion, and host more rescue animals. They stumbled upon a gorgeous 50-acre farm, which costed an excruciating $1 million. They'd be able to pay for it on their own when pigs fly. But thanks to Esther's hundreds of thousands of followers, people were more than willing to donate for the cause. The couple crowdfunded online, hoping to raise $400,000. It was a hefty amount. But in just 2 months, the crowdfunding page collected $440,000 from over 9,000 people in 44 countries. The overwhelming generosity touched the couple's hearts. It was so much bigger than anything we'd ever thought of. It was a phenomenally overwhelming moment, Steve gushed. The farm they thought would just be a loophole in the system flourished into a beautiful animal sanctuary, not to mention a business. They gleefully named it Happily Ever Esther Farm Sanctuary, obviously after their micro pig. Steve and Derek met with animal experts to ensure that they were providing the residents with the appropriate environment and food. Soon enough, the sanctuary was crawling with horses, a cow, goats, and a pregnant pig. And no, Esther wasn't the pregnant pig. The couple even expanded their already impressive social media presence, accumulating 10 social media accounts. The two hubbies even made a sustainable and progressive decision to go vegan. Esther changed their quality of life in so many ways. The sanctuary offers tours, sells adorable Esther-themed apparel, and has 3 full-time employees and approximately 40 volunteers to guarantee that the farm runs smoothly. We want to level the playing field between animals we see as companions versus those we see as products, Steve elucidated. But some people still believe outdated misconceptions about pigs. They are a symbol of gluttony after all. Derek mentioned that a contractor once visited their home and was downright shocked that Esther didn't smell of feces and God knows what else. Esther even has her own book, as in 2016, Steve and Derek wrote their tale of what it's like to watch a tiny 5-pound piglet transform into a beautiful 650-pound pig, and all of the shenanigans that come with it. This only earned Esther and the couple more fans. Esther's main Instagram page has amassed over 600,000 followers, some of whom are A-listers. The Dixie Chicks, Queer Eye's Antoni Porowski, and climate change activist Greta Thunberg have all visited Happily Ever Esther Farm Sanctuary, and comedian Ricky Gervais even donated $25,000 to the sanctuary. Esther remains a sanctuary's headliner, bringing joy to people both in person and virtually. And the couple uses her positive influence to change people's minds about farm animals, not to mention veganism as a whole. Steve believes that the word vegan has a negative connotation attached to it. We're promoting Esther because we want people to build a relationship with her, and we hope that opens a door and makes them start questioning everything else, Steve raved. The couple even started deeming vegan recipes Esther-approved recipes. It has a nice ring to it. Ever since Steve saw that cheeky post about a homeless micro-pig, Esther has upended the couple's lives in the best possible ways. She's become a social media star, the poster child for warm-hearted veganism, the occasional magician's assistant, and a beloved family member. Esther may as well be a magical flying pig. Animal lover? Subscribe to our channel for all the latest in pet care and animal rescue. You can also visit our store, where you'll find cheeky merch for cats and dog lovers, including fun and original t-shirt designs and many other accessories you will love. Our earnings will help support and rescue animals in need and make a difference in their welfare. For more information, visit www.pausfashion.store. Thank you for being a part of our growing community and for caring about animals and their lives, especially at a time where they need you the most.